Scorpio, welcome to your Celtic Cross reading. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Now, October 23rd, we enter our season. And then October 25th, there will be the new moon in Scorpio as well as a solar eclipse. All that to say, I hope you, like me, are enjoying this kind of calm before the storm energy. I hope that your energy is at its peak in terms of intensity, transformation, passion, ambition. I know mine is. More on that later. More on that later. We've been busy. What's going on, please? Show me what I need to see, please, for that Scorpio energy. We're going to start with the general overview, and then we will build your baseline. What's going on, please, for Scorpio? Show me that Scorpio energy, please. What's going on for Scorpio, please? Of course, take what resonates, leave it does not. Reverse energies as it applies. Cross watcher, same. Oh my. Some of you might be feeling it quite a bit. Your intensity, your drive, your ambition, just a little bit. Temptation, number 15. Now, in the general sense, the 15th might be important to some of you. Some of you might have some very strong Capricorn placements in your chart, which means your intensity and your ambition at this time is terribly amplified, as we share some of those personality traits with Capricorn. And as of you just have a certain level of temptation surrounding your energy, or it's coming from within you. What's going on? Some of you are feeling a little tempted right now. In what respect? In what way? I don't know. It could be that you are, like myself, a little, you know, career-driven at this time. For others of you, you're feeling tempted outward. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. But it can be a very, very strong feeling that evokes us forward into certain directions where we might otherwise feel fear or trepidation. For some of you, you're feeling very tempted by something or someone. Let's see. Show me what I need to see, please, for that Scorpio energy. What's going on for Scorpio? Show me. Some of you are trying to eschew those things that you understand to be of that temptation value. I don't know, let's take a look. One of the benefits, of course, of the Celtic Cross is that you might see a variety of things. I never know. What's going on, please? Current energy, 6 of Wands. Ooh, hey. 6 of Wands. Ooh. Somebody feel a little good. Somebody feel a little sexy. Somebody got a little extra energy in their energy, as we were discussing. That 6 of Wands energy is kind of like... feels good. Something does. Can't wait to clarify that. A little extra energy, a little extra confidence. Knight of Swords is in your challenge. How to take action. How to take action towards something that makes you feel good. How to keep that feeling going. How to take action towards someone or someone taking action towards you. I don't know. Hovering unseen influences. Page of Cups. There might be some incoming messages relatively soon. Could be a little tentative. Could be a little shy. A little bit of heart space energy. Okay, could be someone trying to introduce themselves. Something to do with the heart space in the very smallest of ways. Tentative, a little shy, but sincere. The irrelevant past, 4 Cups, not feeling particularly good about one thing or the other. A little bit of disappointment about that love energy. How it's being expressed, how it's being given to you, how it's being offered. General disappointment, lethargy, detachment. It's a low-level hum static energy. And for some of you, it's felt like an emotional pattern in the past, okay? Where nothing was swinging too hard in any of your particular cups. And there's an overall sense of just kind of disappointment and love for some of you. What is exiting? Queen of Swords. Now that's interesting. There is an energy in you that comes across as hard, okay? Straightforward, doesn't mince words, can be a cutting tongue or a cutting mind. A little harsh is on the exit. It's interesting. Future, you. What you doing? Near future, you. Death. Could be connecting to a fellow Scorpio, doesn't have to be. Coming into your own. It's auspicious. It's a good placement. We'll see. Could be something is coming to a close. There's something here, though, that you're kind of tired of thinking about critically in a way that frustrates you mentally. It makes your energy hard when you don't want it to be. It makes you too caught up in your head when you don't want to be there. So it could be that in order to rid yourself of that particular energy for which you are not comfortable with, you might be exiting something. Sure. You know what I'm tired of thinking about it? I'm tired of analyzing this situation or this person. Could be. I don't know. Strengths. 3 of Wands. Looking out on the horizon. Hope. Now, that's fine, so long as it's hope that is warranted and not unnecessary hope. I don't like unnecessary waiting, and I don't advocate anyone do that. It's one thing to have reasonable hopes and expectations because it's built upon something. Like, you know the ships are coming into port because they've already told you in advance that they're coming. Okay. And it's another thing just to look out on the horizon of the sea and to see a bunch of nothing and hope one day that something will show up. That's not a strength. That's a waste of time. We'll see which is which for you. Environment, 8 of Cups. Oh dear, you are walking away from something. Someone, something, I do not know. Hopes and fears. Ace of Swords, truth. Your truth as you understand it, to cut or not to cut. Taking action, understanding a particular truth and acting in accordance with it. Can you do it? Do you have the strength to? It is both your hope and your fear to be able to speak your truth and then thus act on it. Okay? Outcome here, 7 of Cups, and so the journey begins anew. Options enough, quite possibly. 7 of Pentacles, some of you feel like you've been waiting way too long for something. For something to make itself known, to make itself apparent, put itself forward. Okay, I'm really curious about that temptation element. We'll see what that's about. Let's go ahead and start here with that 6 of Wands. Show me the 6 of Wands, please, for Scorpio. Energy feels good, confident, maybe a little cheeky. There's nothing wrong with that. So that 6 of Wands, please, and maybe a little bit of flirtation, okay? But overall, your energy says it's feeling good, but it's having a hard time keeping it consistent with the Knight of Swords, okay? How to take action in a way that says, I would like to continue to feel the 6 of Wands. I don't know necessarily how to proceed. We'll see. Show me that 6 of Wands, please, for Scorpio's current energy. Show me that 6 of Wands, please. Show me that 6 of Wands. King of Swords, there it is. 2 of Wands. The Hermit. There's something here that you have shown mental resolve to. And you're defaulting heavily to King and Queen of Swords energy when it comes to something that makes you feel good. And there is something here or someone here that makes you feel good. Almost triumphant. Your energy feels a little alive. And I can see you engaging with it to some extent with that 2 of Wands. Okay. I also see you critically analyzing whatever this is to you that makes you feel good. It's like you're trying to detach from it in a mental space. You don't like doing this. But for some reason, when it comes to an energy that prompts a certain level of confidence in you, a certain level of pride, a certain level of heat, while it makes you feel good, you often end up looking at it critically. Kind of like, how does this serve me with the Hermit? Experience has taught you that while it feels good, it may not necessarily be serving you with the Hermit. And so in that perspective, while you understand something or someone makes you feel good, okay, you take it to a space that is analytical and kind of cold, and you try to detach from it. Okay, like, I know it makes me feel good, but at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily serve me. And I'm trying to understand this with the Hermit here and the healing. And you're trying to use your most rational thoughts in conjunction with your healing elements to understand the 6 of Wands. Why does this provoke such good energy in me, but at the same time, I feel the need to keep myself distant from it? Okay. I don't know. Let's find out. Because the idea is just Knight of Swords is the challenge. Trying to keep that feeling going. It's proven to be difficult. The Knights of Swords. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. How to take action towards something that continues to make you feel good has proven to be problematic. And it's like it's a wall you keep coming up against. And it puts you into this space of, well, I need to think about it analytically then and try to detach my ego from it. You are trying to detach your ego from something or someone. It makes you feel good, but there's a challenge here in making it happen. Knight of Swords. So I see you trying to resolve in order to figure it out and what it is you're supposed to do with it. Where does this come from? Where does this extra good feeling come from? Why does it make you feel alive, but then you also feel the need to detach yourself from this? Okay. Show me that Knight of Swords, please. The Fool. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. Yeah, I think that's a good summary. I'm seeing the strain here between a Scorpio who has two parts, and whatever this is, whatever that Six of Wands means to you. And it could very well be someone's energy whom you're reacting to. That I know it makes you feel temporarily inflated. The Six of Wands is that kind of ego boost. It feels good. It does feel good. Okay, but it's like the fast food of tarot. It's a temporary thing. It tastes good and it satisfies you in that moment, but it's not necessarily good for you. You know this, King of Swords, and it's something that you have been healing yourself more and more to with the Hermit, and as you look at it objectively. Because there is this issue here that stands. The Knight of Swords is in the obstacles or challenge position, taking action towards said thing. It has proven difficult to maintain that feeling and the practicality behind it. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Fool, you would open yourself up towards it if it meant stability. But this is where, again, rubber meets the road. Ten of Wands, it's proven difficult. Your energy would like to find joy, more joy, and to stabilize that joy with whomever it is that provokes those feelings in you, but you cannot. You cannot take any more cohesive action towards it, and you cannot stabilize it. As much as you would like to open your spirit up towards it, you cannot, or you find that you cannot. It's become extremely laborious with the Ten of Wands. It does not have to be a person. It could be a situation, okay? A situationship, something to do with family and friends. It's down to you to apply it. Right now it's quite vague, and I can't pinpoint it to any one person. So it could be situational, okay? Could be a work thing too. I have the Queen of Pentacles here. It could be connecting to earth sign, don't have to be. We also have air. My point is that you would like to take more action towards this because it feels correct to you. But for some reason you cannot stabilize it. And you cannot find the care you're looking for in it. Okay, so the King and Queen of Pentacles are quite nurturing, quite self-caring. Okay, they also say, I know how to care for you because I know how to care for myself. And there's something in that you cannot find your care in. Okay, it's kind of like the situation. I don't think I can stabilize it. I'd like to take action towards it. So it makes me wonder if this situation or person is actually good for me, because it seems like they can't care for me, or I can't care for them the way I want to, or would like to take action towards them. It won't stabilize. There's the question here about the care. Do they care, or do I care, or do we care enough? Okay, because if we did, it seems to me, it wouldn't be so hard to take action towards this situation. Something like that. Okay. What is hovering? Page of Cups. And that is a concern. Do we care enough about this situation? Because if we did, it seems to me we'd have an easier time of bringing it home, connecting it, making it work. You know. And that's when you put your King and Queen of Swords hat on and try to look at it objectively. It's like, yeah, it feels good, but it won't come together. It's not coming together in a way that's fluid or makes me feel cared for. You see what I'm saying? That Page of Cups, please. It doesn't make me feel cared for. The energy, I have to admit, is a little slapdash. It's a little sloppy. Okay. The energy's here, the spirit is here, your spirit is here, and you would take more action towards this if you could. But it's kind of like, it seems to defeat my purpose of self-interest. I don't get enough care and attention, or I can't give enough of my own care and attention to this person or situation, even though it feels good. Already kicking it off with the complexity, honey. Page of Cups is hovering. Show me this, please. Page of Swords, low-level energy, Ace of Cups, Ten of Swords. There is, and I've been saying this for you before, it's kind of frustrating. I have repeating energies here. Sometimes when I get consistent readings, if not consistent readings, then consistent elements, yeah. I got a couple of pages. Page of Cups, Page of Swords. It's not mind-blowing at all. Ace of Cups and Ten of Swords. We would like to open our heart more open towards this, but we can't. It won't. You, whomever's in here with you, the both of you, that it kind of feels defeated. It has a defeating energy around it. Yes, we would like to open up more, both of us, to the love, but we can't or we won't, or somebody chooses not to. And the Ace of Cups being our master symbol, it's the ultimate representation of our emotional investment in someone, and that's what causes you pain with the Ten of Swords there. You're not able to emotionally invest in someone as you would like. And I can see the practical nature of it, Scorpio. I really can. The practical nature as you are presenting it to me is that there's not enough time, care, and attention put into this situation to justify it. It feels good, but it feels like a momentary inflation of energy, right? Six of Wands. Six of Wands isn't sustaining. It feels good in the moment. And it's appropriate when you start meeting with somebody and you're connecting with them at first. But a Six of Wands does not for a relationship make. No, I agree. And you're showing me that analytical side of yourself that's recognizing that for what it is. You're trying to heal your thoughts, consolidate your thoughts. Okay, you're using your best judgment and determination as well as your healing, your knowledge as the hermit, the one who knows better, the wise one, the experienced one, to put those things together. Because again, that Knight of Swords is a serious thing. It's literally proving to be the challenge here. I can't take action towards this. I can't make it more than it is. I cannot make a whole feast off of one course, right? It won't stabilize. And we're not showing enough proof towards each other that we care enough about each other to give more of each other's time, energy, and efforts. And it's causing pain. It's causing pain. There's 2 pages in here, so it may not just be you. They might be feeling that to some extent as well. The emotional investment is not taking place for either one of you. Okay. And you both feel it to some extent. Relevant past, let's go ahead and switch it up to that Four of Cups. You likely are a Scorpio who identifies as being emotionally disappointed with relationships in the past. The cups never measure up. They're never just right. They're never the cup we want. You know, and that can affect us in present day. This might be one of those situations where in this Scorpio's heart and in this Scorpio's mind, this is racking up to another Four of Cups. Hence why I might be seeing this and that. See how it ties together? Four of Cups. Show me that Four of Cups, please, in the relevant past. I remember somebody complaining loudly in all caps, because they really want me to know. You always do this. You always say relationships are ending and new ones are beginning. Yeah. What does that sound like? Does that sound like life, mayhaps? And then also, it's not me, honey. It's the cards. I'm seeing death. Ten of Swords. 2 people who are trying but cannot bring it together in a way that's more solid and proof. There's a lack of proof of real care for each other. It's this idea of I can't take action to prove it more, and neither can they. That's all I'm really getting from this. So no, it's not me, honey. The cards are here. You're showing me Death, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups. It's kind of like your Queen of Swords, which I've already seen for you, is the King of Swords, wants to exit. In other words, you're telling me you're kind of tired of thinking about it. Let's go ahead and start at Four of Cups, though. Three of Wands is like you're perpetually waiting to be happy. Honey, I don't like that. I know. I know. Two of Cups. It's like you've felt in the relevant past, the Four of Cups, ultimately disappointed with your love energies and your bonding. Always feel like you're waiting, right? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That kind of feeling. Doesn't matter if you're male or female, you understand what I'm saying. It's kind of like everything that I have encountered in the past that I had hoped and expected would make me happy. Three of Wands is expectations, which is why it always makes me nervous. It's hope. Two, you had reasonable hope in your past relationships that you would be happy and that you would find your emotional bond. Your Two of Cups. And it seems like they always chalk up the same way. So I want you to be careful with that energy, please. Okay? When you walk around feeling like that, that's exactly what you're going to get. Humor me a little lecture. Okay. Another thing I get so sick of reading over and over again, they're always the same asshole, it always ends up the same way, they're always a narcissist, they're always a something, they're always this, they're always that. Honey, it sounds to me like you're the common denominator. So let's be careful with that Four of Cups energy. If you go around expecting to be disappointed in love, that's exactly what you're going to get. You're carrying old crap over with you into something that's supposed to be new. So yeah, that's self-fulfilling prophecy. And if you keep attracting the same type of person over and over again, it is still just another form of self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you keep meeting the same type of person without really understanding why you continue to meet the same type of person, you're going to continue to attract the same type of person. I have a little story for you. Hi, my name is Christina. This is Sassy Scorpion Tarot. I share things with my subscribers. Okay? Because real tarot reflects real life, which do make my messages a little long. However, I don't care. It's my channel. That's how that works. So let me tell you something. A good friend of mine, Sagittarius through and through, love her. Brilliant. Just brilliant classic Sagittarian energy. Loved her to death. Worked with her in one of my group settings back in the day when I was a counselor. And we were having a workshop. Okay. Good story, so pay attention. All right. We're doing a workshop on feelings and pathway progressions about relationships and what we experience in terms of what carries over, relationship patterns, that kind of thing. And there was definitely a woman there who was exuding that kind of, woe is me, I've cried 1,000 tears, I always end up in the same relationship with the same guy over and over again, and she's just bawling and sobbing and that whole completely in denial about what she was doing, who she was attracting, and why they always, quote unquote, ended up the same way. Everybody's garbage. She's an innocent person in all this. She gets fucked over. And I've heard men talk like this too. It's not just women. I've heard many a man talk like this too. Trust me. Men and women have their versions of everything. And my good friend, who is a Sagittarius, back with me in those counseling days, she is a beautiful, strong, Black Southern woman. And she heard about this woman moaning 10, 15, 20 minutes about this kind of energy right here. I always hope for the best and I always get disappointed, etc. And she said this, and I quote, and I will never forget it. Honey, you need to raise your vibration. Turned around, walked out. And I just thought, it wasn't just what she said, it was how she said it. She both critiqued her and gave her a solution at the same time in a couple of words. And it was the most brilliant thing I had ever heard in my life. Honey, you need to raise your vibration. That's it. That's all she had to say. In other words, you're operating down here. So you're going to get down here, people. Become more self-aware. You raise your vibration. Thus you attract up here too. This is energy frequency. This is energy exchange. All my point being here, Scorpio, is that I am looking at a self-aware Scorpio. You are intelligent. I see it. You are very intelligent. Yeah, you got a little pride and ego wrapped up into this. That's normal. The point is that you're looking at it analytically. And you are. You don't like it. This is not your natural state of grace. The King and Queen of Swords is not our natural state of grace. But you are looking at it analytically, and you probably need to. The Hermit is here. You have experience with this. And I know it because it's in your relevant past. So do me a favor. Don't be like that girl, that lady, that woman, underdeveloped woman, okay? Who's there bawling her eye out, woe is me, in her 30s. About everything just ends up the same. All men are the same. And I hear men say that too. All women are the same. That's this type of person. I don't want you racking up another cup in your 4 cups. You understand? You're too smart. You're too smart and you have too much passion. So, if you already have a background for this, that kind of noise, don't add to it. Raise your vibration. I know you know better. I'm looking at an intelligent Scorpio. Okay? People say I'm not hard enough on you. Honey, it's not that I'm not hard on you. I just know how to talk to you. Okay? I know how to talk to you. I have 3 Scorpio placements, for God's sake. I am very aware of our processes, and I know how to talk to you. Respect meets respect. Alright? I understand our energy. I don't take it for granted. And I know what it's like to have my energy taken for granted. Alright? I understand you. I understand where it's coming from. Because it's not that you don't care about this person. You do. That's one of the things that's messing with you. You just can't connect with them in the way that you want. You can't take action towards them in the way that you want. That's your conflict. You think about them. They make you feel good. But for some reason you can't take action towards them in a way that says, I feel cared for and treasured. My energy is safe with you. And I can make your energy feel safe with me. For some reason that's not there. We don't get to care about each other the way that we want to. I'm open to it, but I don't know how to take action towards you in that way. And I don't know what the blockage is. It's being generated most likely on both of your parts in some way. Okay? There's a 10 of Swords and your Ace of Cups for the both of you. I got 2 pages running around trying to express themselves and they can't. Because neither one of you is able to emotionally invest. Okay? You're not able to emotionally invest. And here's the trick with this, honey. This is what makes us different from everybody else. If Scorpio cannot emotionally invest, we don't feel safe. That's the reason. Put the pieces together, honey. Okay? That's the reason why you don't feel cared for or safe in this person's energies, because you can't emotionally invest. That's it. For some reason that's blocked on both your parts. So I just don't want you to rack this up as another woe begone thing. If it needs to pass, then let it pass. They don't all have to be like this. Raise your vibration, understand who it is you're attracting and why. If you're not able to invest in them emotionally, why? If you're not able to secure your physical energy with this person, why? Learn from it, that way you don't do it again. Alright, lecture time over. Sorry. Lecture time over. Well, I say that. It is what it is. Queen of Swords is on the exit. You're tired of it. This is not your modus operandi, honey. This is not how you like to handle your affairs, is the King, Queen of Swords. It's not comfortable for us. It's really not. You would rather act from a place of feeling and intuition. This is what we do. The fact that you had to put your hard hat on for this person tells me that you've thought about them critically. Many a moon. I cannot feel safe with you. I cannot emotionally invest in you. I don't know how to proceed with you physically. Everything's a strain. What am I supposed to do? Let's see what you do. After all that, I better not see your energy turning around, changing its mind. Don't roll your eyes at me. All right, show me that Queen of Swords, please. Show me that Queen of Swords. Show me that Queen of Swords. Show me that Queen of Swords, please. That's that temptation, honey. That temptation. I'm looking at a Scorpio. I know you know better. Perhaps you feel this person's energy is very tempting to you. You know, it calls and it pulls you. There's that too. It could be that simple. Especially if you got used to that Six of Wands energy with this person. They make you feel good. You make them feel good. I know, it's easy to get caught up in that. But that doesn't mean there's emotional attachment. There's potential. That's what kills you. There's potential. But it's blocked. Show me that Queen of Swords, baby. Show me that Queen of Swords. It's on the exit, that kind of hard, firm energy, okay? Determined, analytical, cold, detached. You don't like it. And it's kind of like I'm tired of thinking about it. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, Judgment. It's exactly that. It's kind of like you're telling me you want to accept this for what it is. It might have been an opportunity, but it's one that's not presenting itself at this time. Correct. I agree with you. I think that's a good conclusion. It may not be the indefinite conclusion, but it's a good enough conclusion for now. And with Judgment there and Temperance, again, you're showing me healing and kind of allowing your spirit or the universe to assess the situation for you. You seem to understand. I'm sick of thinking about it. It's kind of like what will be is what will be. And you're trying to, I don't know that you're letting it go, but it's more like I accept this for what it is. It could have been something of a very worthy, loving, realistic investment. I don't dispute that. It's right here. The aces are here, but they're not meeting their potential. We've discussed this before. And if this person doesn't feel like a Four of Cups, oh, it's just one more thing that ended up the same way, because it doesn't quite feel like that. I know you have a history with it. I don't want you to take it to that space, and I don't think you want to either. Your energy is telling me it's more like it's out of my hands. This is not in my hands. And it may not be for me now. I don't know that it'll be for me, this connection, whatever this is to you, in future either. I don't know. And that's kind of where I need to leave the energy. Okay? It's this resignation of I don't know. And I'm healing myself to that Temperance. It's kind of like you concluded it might be an ace in time. An ace in time. But it's not an ace right now. And it's kind of like it's not for me to say. I agree. Some things are best left to the universe. Okay? You're trying to suspend judgment. Trying to know. It's kind of like I'm done thinking about it. Queen of Swords is on the exit. That's not who I am. I'm tired of thinking about it. It's out of my hands and I reconcile myself to that. I understand there's aces in this, but it's not my ace for right now, whatever that is. And also, there is a feeling in here as well that if something is meant for me, it will present itself to me strongly, and it will be from a secure place. One that I don't feel so oppositional. One that I can just kind of slide myself into and start contributing to it naturally and easily and organically, right? It shouldn't have to be so hard. I shouldn't have to think about it. It should just happen. And I agree with you too. Both of those concepts are correct. Okay? It's not for me right now. It might be in future, but it's really out of my hands. Okay, so let's see death in your immediate future. This could be you standing in your power, which is very auspicious. Or it could be the ending of something. Let's take a look. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. Show me death, please. This was the most amazing thing I'd ever... Going back to my story. You need to raise your vibration. I will never forget it. It was a critique and a solution at the same time. Fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. She should have a tarot channel. I'm gonna tell her that. I can't believe she needs her own tarot channel. Hers would be 10-minute messages. She was brilliant. That was the most brilliant thing. Oh, death in the immediate future, please. Show me death in the near future. She's one of my favorite people. I've got lots of stories. I won't say her name, but she's my Sagittarius friend. She's just got that beautiful spirit. I love it. Show me death, please. The Five of Wands, the frustration, the fighting. You're killing it. Very good. The fight within you. Seven of Pentacles. No longer watching, waiting, or being confused. You're relinquishing whatever it is that you had hoped to see, find evidence for, or fight for. You won't do it. No more waiting. No more of this crap. We're not very good with the Two of Pentacles anyway. It's not our natural skill or our natural ability, so don't force it. It's not a skill that's for you. You're tired of the juggling, you're tired of the waiting, and you're tired of the internal fight. This is all internal. This has been with you a while. And it was likely stagnant for some time, whatever this connection is to you. No proof of growth, and it's too confusing, and it causes you too much frustration. It's kind of like it's not worth it, right? I'm not saying anything disparaging of this person. Here's what's interesting to me. You haven't converted their energy into this Four of Cups woebegone thing. I know you have experience with it. It's like you don't want to translate them into that energy. You don't want to. That's interesting to me. It really is. It's the most unique feature in this reading by far. You could do, and I warned you against it. But it's like you already know. It's not for me to know. I'm just gonna let it be and give it to the universe. I understand it's an ace, and it's an ace I might have to pass up on. You don't want to take it to that space of it's just another disappointment in love. Good. I don't want you to do that. It's a bullshit move anyway. I don't like it. It says that you're more likely to repeat the pattern, and I don't think you want to. So it's like, okay, dear universe, lesson learned. This might be an ace, but it's not an ace for me right now. I put some of myself into it, but I know I can't have it, not right now. So you're killing it. You're killing the confusion. I don't know that you're killing the connection, but it's kind of like, I can't develop it. So I relinquish the frustration that comes with that. Good. I'll take that. It's not terribly impressive, but I do think it's big of you. I do. As I say, you're just too damn smart. You're just too damn smart to take it to that space, honey. I just think you have too much experience. I'm just looking at an experienced Scorpio. You just know better. It's not like that. The way you're interpreting what to do with this connection is kind of big of you. Why you two can't come together, I don't know. It's just both of you have told me you're not secure to emotionally invest. That's what's causing the actual heartbreak. It's hovering. You two likely don't talk about it. It's just the influence and what ultimately blocks action and feeling secure and safe in each other's energies. To care for this person the way that you want, for them to care for you the way that you want them to, the physical energy, the stability isn't here. It's not for lack of will. I see your will. You would be the fool. I say this all the time for Scorpio. We're so terribly serious. We're very serious creatures. Too serious for our own good. I remember when my favorite... Oh, you're getting a lot of reminiscence from me today, honey. I'm feeling the Six of Cups today. Let me tell you. The reminiscence. One of my favorite teachers in 5th grade, she told me once, she says, you have the oldest eyes I've ever seen in my life in a child. I'll never forget that. Scorpios hear that a lot. We do tend to have old soul energy, just seriousness. It seems to be built into our genetic makeup. Oh, but when we gravitate towards that special someone, we will be the fool. We will be the fool for that special someone. And I know you were inclined, but you want the frustration to stop, the lack of growth, the stagnation, the confusion, the wiffle waffle, the physical insecurity, the lack of stability with this connection, the fight that it causes in you, your death. You're saying you relinquish all that. Here, que sera, sera, what shall be, and thus it killed the fight in you and the frustration. Let's move on. Again, I think it's very admirable, and it's big of you. I'm not saying you're killing the connection. It's kind of like whatever I had hoped for, we're going to put that on the shelf. Maybe one day we'll forget about it. Something like that. Now, let's get over here to that Three of Wands. Your strengths. What are you looking for, and is it with justification? Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands. Show me that Three of Wands, please. Oh, yes, for those of you who have asked why I talk like a counselor or a therapist, or you call this tarot therapy, which I liberated that, by the way, and made it a hashtag now. Yeah, that is my background, okay? I get that a lot. Why do you talk like that? It's helpful, okay? But why do I talk? Well, that's my background. I was a counselor for about 10 years. BA in Psych and Master's in Counseling, okay? So I use updated terminology to interpret messages. I find that it's helpful, okay? Brings more reality, I believe. Now, that's reasonable. We like that. Three of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. That's in your strengths. Good, 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 good. Your emotional connection here, your spiritual connection with somebody. Okay, let's put that aside. You actually have very strong skills in looking towards your Ten of Pentacles. You're building a foundation. Many of you are knee-deep in your community, your work, family, friends. The Ten of Pentacles is all-encompassing. It's the tree with the roots that touch everything. It extends outwards even if you can't see it on the surface. So many of you are expanding your Ten of Pentacles, okay, your stability that you can have in the 3D world. Not with this personal connection here, okay, with that Queen of Pentacles, but at least in your own realm. You have reasonable expectations of solidity being formed as we speak. So many of you are making advancements in your career, your personal monies, your communities, families, and friends, as we've said. Very strong skills for you at this time. I don't really want to push it further. Nine of Swords, that's one of the things you are currently stressing about, your own personal sense of stability. So this connection aside, you went right back into Earth. Some of you, expectations for raising your foundation, specifically as it relates to your own sense of stability. This has nothing to do with the connection. This is all internalized and your actual outer world. Okay, you are building a kind of kingdom here, and it does keep you up at night with the Nine of Swords, which is expectations. And here's the thing, it's a reasonable hope. It's reasonable because I'm seeing solidity. This is the proof, okay, of your expectations. You have reasonable expectations of becoming quite solid, quite grounded. It keeps you up at night. You're terribly responsible. You're likely a boss. You're in charge of stuff. I don't know, but you're multifunctional. A lot of people are leaning on your energy, but it's within good expectations that it benefits you. So, like I said, if you're going to be working hard, you're going to have night sweats. If you didn't have stress, then you're not working hard, baby. Okay? If I'm going to see strain in your money, it needs to be for good reason, all right? And some of you just feel like your energy's leaned on quite heavily, okay, in terms of your pentacle, your physical energy, what it is you're able to build. Many people look to you for answers and guidance and things like that. And you expect it too. You expect it. So you are quite busy bees building your empires. It keeps you up a little bit at night, but again, that's a reasonable expectation, I believe. Eight of Cups, moving on, your environment. Emotionally detaching from something or someone. I've already kind of seen that. I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay. No. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, in the environment. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, for the environment. Show me the Eight of Cups, please, for the environment. Let's take a look. I told you, I see you setting this aside. It is what it is. It immediately knocked out all your frustration, okay? When you kind of go into that space of it is what it is. I accept that. I refuse to take it to a negative, woe begone, woe is me space. I won't do that. I'm too big for that. I'm too grown for that shit. And it immediately kills the frustration. That sense of stagnation, waiting, doing nothing, and being confused about the connection. It stops. It stops. So that's how I know it's a positive result. Now, the Eight of Cups. It's releasing. That's why I love death in this deck. It's beautiful. This is the Dreamy Moons Tarot. Beautiful. See, it's release. All frustration, all confusion. It's done. Some of the Eight of Cups, please, in the environment. Six of Swords. Two of Cups. Six of Wands. Okay. That person whom you share some sort of love bond with, I don't know how deep it goes. Okay? I don't know. The same person who gives you that sense of confidence and a little bit of ego boost, a little bit of flirtation, a little bit of it feels good when they see me. It feels good when they look at me that way, and it feels good when I look at them that way. You're detaching from it. I don't know that you're killing the connection outright. I see the frustration in you about what to do with it dies as soon as you relinquish it to the universe. And I'm also seeing that happen in your emotional world. You are exiting that particular connection on the emotional level at the least. You have two exit cards. It's a peaceful transition and emotional distancing from that bond, as we've been discussing. But again, I have to point out, Scorpio, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I know you're coming from a background of emotional disappointment in relationships, not with this person in the general sense, of whatever it is that you have experience with. You're not taking it to that space. Well, this is just one more fucking thing that didn't work out. You're not doing that. You're not being cynical, and you're not being selfish. You're telling me you're too knowledgeable and wise and too old for that. You recognize it for what it is. It's out of your control. You can't connect with it the way you want. You give it back to the universe, saying thank you very much for this potential ace, but it won't come forward. I recognize that. Kills the frustration immediately. That sense of stagnation, lethargy, nothing's happening, nothing's growing. The garden's not being tended to. Kills all that. And now you emotionally detach from it too. The Six of Wands isn't what it used to be. That kind of a boost you get from being around them and they you doesn't mean anything anymore. That's what happens when you can't emotionally invest. That Six of Wands doesn't mean so much. Oh yeah. When I was around you, I used to feel like that, but I don't feel that way anymore. I mean, that's what happens. You can't emotionally attach to someone. That Six of Wands isn't going to mean anything after a while. The love is there. Or it was. But you're pulling away from it. Six of Swords, Eight of Cups. Not for lack of recognition of the thing. You recognize it for what it is. You also recognize that you can't have it. Or you can't invest in it. They can't invest in you. Literally taking action towards this in a way that was comfortable for you both, and you get to know each other's physical energies, relax in them, take care of each other. Those graceful touches. I'm meeting your needs. You're meeting my needs. I know what your needs are. I know what your needs are. I know what your wants are. I know what your wants are. You're not allowed to need each other. And I don't know why, but you're not allowed to need each other. That's the problem. There's no sense of I need you and you need me. And again, it wasn't for lack of spirit. It's just that you two are not able to construct that reality. If I need you and I want you, we're not allowed to. And I am sorry, but you're not taking it to that kind of asshole negative space either. So I'm very proud of you for that. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. It's very good. I'm looking at a very mature and developed Scorpio, which if you follow me on Facebook, and yes, I am on Facebook, you will know that's one of the things that irritates me the most. When you meet an underdeveloped version of your sign, anybody, doesn't care, I don't care who you are, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, whatever. When you meet an underdeveloped version of your sign, you know what happens? I see why people don't like us. That's what happens. That's what No. You take your immature shit somewhere else, honey. You're giving the rest of us the bad name. That's what happens. So I'm looking at a very developed Scorpio. You are someone who is, I don't think you're young. I don't feel like I'm looking at a young person today. Not that it's an age discrimination thing. It's just, given the influence of your energy, the experience, your knowledge, you're very intelligent. I can tell that. And you have a certain acceptance of grace for the situation. You do. You have a certain acceptance of grace for the situation. It is what it is. I relinquish it and I put it aside. I'm not allowed to need them. They're not allowed to need me. I can't take action towards it. And it's not because I don't have the spirit. It's because I'm not allowed to. We can't emotionally invest. Okay. Ace of Swords, your personal truth, your hopes and your fears. Are you correct? Are you not correct? You don't know. It's already done, honey. You've already started making your decisions in that particular direction and your heart space followed. You know? The feelings were going to exit at some point. They weren't allowed to develop. Of course that was going to happen. Show me the Ace of Swords, please. 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 Six of Wands. You really recognize it for what it is, the world. Damn, the Six of Wands here 3 times. More indication that you're cycling that out. It's the truth as you understand it. Okay? It's not enough to have the ego boost. You keep coming back to that point, and I keep agreeing with you. Yes, it feels good. It's a temporary inflation of energy. The Six of Wands is. I mean, in this deck, they got it right. This is the Casanova Tarot, one of my favorites. And this is a really good depiction of the Six of Wands. It's a temporary inflation of energy. I feel good with you. You feel good with me. It's flirtatious. It's, check me out. We're checking each other out. And that's gorgeous. But it, like I said, it does not for a relationship make. You know this. Ace of Swords, the world. That Six of Wands, which is here for you 1, 2, 3 times, is no longer factoring in to how you perceive this connection and the viability of it specifically. You keep coming back to that point, and that might be your form of temptation. I will point out 15, 1 and 5 add up to 6. And Six of Wands, as nice as that energy is a representation of ego. Yes. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying, yeah, it made me feel good. I, however, recognize that there was love in it, but it's love that cannot be had. I don't know that you can account for the other person, but you at least accounted for your feelings. It was more than ego boost to you. There was love in there too. Like I said, you're kind of like, dear universe, thank you. But I'm kind of giving it back to the universe. This ace isn't mine, or at least it's not mine for now. Okay? I understand. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Do you open up to new cups? Do you consider new love options? Let's take a look. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Seven of Cups. Let's do one more. Show me that Seven of Cups, please. Awesome. Ten of Pentacles. Very good. That foundation, you keep coming back to it. I'm very happy with that. That's where your true fire lay. Or lies. So yes, here we have a repeating energy where both your ambition and your real world application comes shining through, comes blasting through. This is where you show me the most confidence by far. Stress, yes. Do you got it? Yes. And I see that for you all the time. All the time. Our ambition energies, our ambition levels being what they are. People wonder how are you doing all that, Scorpio? I just do. How are you doing? And that's exactly what I'm looking at. When it comes to your real world application, your energy's on point. Don't dismiss that. I can understand where you thought this, or felt rather, that this would open up to you as part of your world. It did not. You know that and you accept it with a grace and dignity. That's quite lovely. Okay, I'm very proud of you for that. Your strengths are also reflecting in your outcome. You pulled out the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. In reflection of your Ten of Pentacles twice, you showed me two Master cards. Okay. In terms of, thank you, stability, coin, ambition, drive, fire, on point. When it comes to your Ten of Pentacles, you have no, there just seems to be so little fault there. That's where your energy seems to be the most comfortable. And it's also like, I have other things I need to do. I would like to have incorporated this into my future orientation. This person. I would have liked them to. They would have been a damn strong pentacle in my foundation, but they're not. Okay. So you kind of put your energy back to where it belongs. Your Ten of Pentacles energy. You were really kicking ass here. Taking names. Building that empire. You go, Scorpio. Yes? And now you're also looking at the Ten of Pentacles with a sort of refresher energy of the Seven of Cups. Okay. This is where my strengths lie. This is where my energy is on point. Is my stability. I'm going to continue to cultivate this and look at incorporating new love energy into what I'm already establishing. This person doesn't fit or they can't join you. Okay? They're not part of... You can't incorporate them into the foundation. Okay? And that seems to be very important to this particular Scorpio. So, opening yourself up to options in love with determination under the guidance of, I know this is correct for me. It's expanding. Yes, it is. Did I point that out? I'm sure I pointed that out. You already had reasonable expectations of expansion, which I've been seeing for you lately. I've seen a similar combination like this for you before. Reasonable expectations of expansion, not without stress, but you're building something of long-standing and of considerable value that touches many people. Okay, community, family, friends. And you're going back to that with a renewed sense of energy, vigor, hope, passion. Okay. This I know to be true. Let's go back and look at love now. You're opening yourself back up to it. Different options. Again, and it's not coming from that cynical space of it all ends up the same. Congratulations. So if you operate from up here, you want to attract from up here too. Right? That's why I like how you just kind of let this go back and be reabsorbed to the universe or spirit or whatever it is you want to call it. This person had the markings of potential to be folded into your life, yours into theirs, but it won't take. Okay. So you go back to it. I want to know if there's someone in here specifically with you. It looks like a general sort of, well, I'm considering options in love because that's one of the way I'm expanding, thank you. It's not just my pentacle world, it's also my emotional world. I want to know if there's anyone in here specifically. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Four of Wands. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, there will be a slow entry of an energy that on the surface will present itself as friendship. You will have resistance to it for that reason. Because you're not interested in a friend. Put it this way, Scorpio is saying, I have enough friends. So like, I have enough friends. I'm not looking for a friend. So you're going to, it looks like there will be some entry energy coming in, okay, while you focus your ambitions into your Ten of Pentacles, not once but twice, with consistent upper level energy, which is good. High ranking energy, as I call it. You will be interested in the Seven of Cups. You have some energies floating around you. One is slowly entering, Knight of Pentacles coming in as the guise of friendship. You two might meet under public circumstances, some sort of function. You will be resistant at first because it's going to come across as a friendly vibe. And like, again, Scorpio's like, I have enough friends. I'm not looking for a friend. But it does have the potential to shape up into a relationship energy. We'll see. I see your initial resistance. It's like, I have enough friends. Thank you. And you can be very blunt like that. Yeah. Just on a personal note, I get that all the time. Well, I'd like to be friends with you. Well, that's very nice of you. But I'm kind of like a Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs type situation. I have about 7 friends and I'm good. I don't need any more friends. I'm good with my 7. Thank you very much. And I know that sounds limiting, but that's just the way it is. I don't need, I'm all good on friends. Are you going to present yourself as a lover, potential something? I'll look at that, but I'm good on friends. It's what you call a soft entry. It is what you call a soft entry, and it does look like it might be you're connecting with them in a public space, possibly a work function, and that would also explain the resistance as well. Oh, that would actually make a lot of sense. But yes, it has the ability to shape up possibly into some sort of relationship, you bet. It could be you that's insisting on being friends first, but that wouldn't explain the agitation. That doesn't quite make sense. Interesting. Not too much else there. I'd like to get some more specifics, but it is what it is. This is further outwards. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Swords, Three of Cups. Where you're not able to take action towards this particular connection in the past, you will be able to take action towards another connection in the future, one that you can actually move towards and be mobile with. You'll be connecting with someone in that way in some time. I don't know how much time. I will try to do a time check, but here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So where your Knight of Swords was blocked with your connection, one that you were exiting in terms of ego as well as emotionality, your Knight of Swords opens back up rather ferociously with the Three of Cups. So it is looking like it is a connection in future that you can actually move towards and start establishing things and connect with easily and start building needs and investments and wants. Okay, where there's no disruption in the flow, you can actually connect. So here your Knight of Swords is mobile, but that's with some time passing. They do come in the form slowly as a kind of friendship thing, which you immediately show resistance to. You're a tough nut to crack, honey. You know, a little picky. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it has the ability to shape up. Where you were blocked before in this connection, you'll be able to meet fluidly with this other person, whomever they are. Let's see. Can I get... let's see here. Show me when the Pentacles start to shape up, please, in terms of foundation. It's something that you are working on and have been working on. Okay, that 3 of Wands, it's reasonable expectation. Because you're putting all that work into your own personal sense of security, finances, home care, stability, your pride, as well as sense of community are wrapped up in this. It's been ongoing. It's happening. It's been happening. So some of you really started to accelerate in your foundations last Virgo season. Let's just call it September. And that's when it's really started to take shape, and that energy is going to continue to roll over. Okay. Yes. 3 Cups. For some of you, you will know really the fruits of your labor by December, January. Okay, so what has already started in terms of strong foundational energy, you started working in earnest around September. You're going to really hit peak stride on that in terms of success over the next 3 months. Okay, very good. Two of Pentacles, what's this? Justice. Libra season. The World. This process of you letting go of the struggle, the confusion, just letting it go. Where the frustration stops, the fighting stops, the world transitions here in Libra season. While we're in Libra season. Just letting it go. Give that energy, this opportunity back to the universe. You know, I can just accept it for what it is and not what it isn't. It's a hard lesson. But that's the point. You're treating it like a lesson. Instead of one more thing that didn't work out, it's not like that. Okay. The confusion stops. The conflict within you stops here in Libra season. Let's see. What is this? Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. And that is when you, again, put your energy back into what makes sense to you. And that is investing in your own sense of comfort, care, stability, and your own sense of finances and world development. Okay, which again I see for you is accelerating. That's really what you wanted to do, is expand, and perhaps you thought this person would expand with you, or that their energy was meant to contribute to you in some way. It didn't. Okay, that's alright. You already know. You are opening yourself back up to love options as they might better fit your 10 of Pentacles. Okay, there is someone here who is presenting themselves to you. Speaking of Sag, by Sagittarius season, which is right after Scorpio. So it's late November to late December, correct? Some incoming energy for you. Okay, in terms of someone whom you can connect with much more fluidly after you get past the resistance energy. You don't know, being a little picky. I don't know about that. I'm good with friends. I don't need any more friends. I'm looking for a relationship. You might have some of that kind of incoming energy around Sag season, the next fire sign. Okay? And it could be for a holiday function. Okay. You've made that decision that you've been holding on to the ego long enough. The 2nd might be important. The 6th, the 4th, the 8th, the 10th, the 12th. Libra season is when you remarkably let go of any expectations, hopes, or desires and the frustrations associated with this connection. And it's done so peacefully. It's already happening now in your environment. You go back to your goals. But yes, you might have some introductory energy, and it's on that basic 3 system, 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is opening up energy, which you're going to be a little resistance to at first, which is very normal for us. It looks like by the next fire season, I got a King and Queen of Wands. So again, Sagittarius season could be Sag too. Yeah. Yes, and it will feel good. It will feel very good. 9 of Cups. After you get into that resistance energy. After you get past that resistance energy. It might be someone who's trying to introduce themselves to you in terms of a I can help you function. And that's the kind of their inroad. Is that what that is? That could be what that is. Especially if they see that you are so work-focused, career-focused, community-focused, they might try to introduce their energy as, oh, let me help you. And you're like, I don't need help. That might just be their way of trying to open up to you in terms of talking to you and to get things generated. That actually makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, so I would say be on the lookout for that particular energy, that inroad energy, trying to politely introduce itself to you as a helping function. And you're like, I don't need that. Yeah, there you go. And they're like, no, it's not like that. I'm okay. I know, we tend to take people on face value. You present yourself as a friend? Okay. Trying to work with me? Didn't say I need the help. Why are we like that? VRUX, the anchor, yes. Connecting to water sign, but for water signs, the anchor is kind of critical. We need an emotional anchor, you know, in order to commit, in order to expand our energy outward in a way that's loving and cohesive. We have to be able to emotionally anchor to someone, i.e. emotional investment. The butterfly, time of delicate but beautiful transformation. Trust the process. And for some of you, you'll be seeing an increase in butterflies. I don't know why. The infinity loop, yes, finding your forever person. Someone whom you're divinely connected to. The hot air balloon, get higher ground, see things from a different perspective. Look down upon the world and see the movement of real actions instead of just how it makes you feel in the moment. The great white shark, that's you. Scorpio energy. The feather, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then also a lot of that analytical thinking I've been seeing for you. One that you don't necessarily like, but you felt has been necessary in how you dealt with this connection. M, crab, sign of Cancer, and then hearts with the nurse's cap. That's it. I'm not going to push anymore. And a healing heart. Okay. Yes, you have been. All right. The takeaway from this, honey, is that the real takeaway from this, I believe, is how you're choosing to treat this connection. Instead of defaulting to a particular thinking or summary, I like how I see that you are choosing to treat it. I really do. I'm impressed with it. Instead of being upset by it, angry, or racking it up to another thing that's just another disappointment, you're like, I accept this for what it is and I relinquish it. That's the big takeaway here. And that critical discernment process I was seeing for you that says, yes, it makes me feel good, but when I think about it, King, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, it can't be what I want it to be. And I'm not able to take action towards it the way I want to. They don't make me feel safe and secure. I don't know what their needs are. They don't know what my needs are. Because the whole thing is that your foundation stuff, if you will notice, was completely separate from this person. You know? Completely separate from this person, this situation, this connection. You were already doing that. You want someone to be part of your Ten of Pentacles. And that means they need to understand and act in accordance to what it is that you're trying to do. And you would have to do the same for them. And you're not able to do that with each other. I just know you're not able to take action. And I know you're not able to emotionally invest. You have not lost your enthusiasm for finding love and to incorporate it appropriately into what it is that you're trying to achieve in this life. And that's your biggest takeaway. And that's why I'm very pleased for you. You're not defaulting on old methods to tell you what to do. It's like, again, I like this a lot. I accept it for what it is and release it. You know, if it was for me, I'd be able to claim it and work towards it, and I cannot. But that doesn't stop me or hinder me from my greater goals in this life. I agree. Alright, that's enough. Honey, put in the comments as you see fit. I wonder what Cancer and Pisces has waiting for me. Let's find out. You guys, take care. Be well.